Atiku Abubakar Presidential Campaign Organization yesterday explained why the People's Democratic Party (PDP) explored different options from what Governor Nelson Wike of Rivers State and other stakeholders proffered in resolving the crisis rocking the party. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing at this point? You're on YouTube and you're not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria. Please hurry or pause this or go and subscribe. Thank you very much for subscribing. Join this amazing community we have here. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Lastly, turn on the post notification bell. Also, don't forget to leave your comments down below. I respond to all my comments. Let's exchange opinions and ideas in the comment section. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. The campaign also said the sacking of the national chairman of the party, Senator Ayu'S, would create constitutional crisis for the party, which would snowball into greater problems than what the party was currently faced with. The main issue being canvassed by the stakeholders, it said, was the stepping down of the national chairman, which, according to it, has now overtaken by events following the vote of confidence by the National Executive Committee (NEC) of the party. People may misinterpret it to mean calling the bluff of certain stakeholders, but that is far from it, because the party leadership examines the issues vice versa. The provisions of the party's constitution as amended in 2017, spokesperson for the campaign, Mr. Charles Aniago, stated, "When you look at that constitution, there are principal officers called the National Working Committee of a party, led by the national chairman in the order of hierarchy. The deputy national chairman, who must also come from same zone with the national chairman, is next in line. The third in line is the national secretary, and when you look at these positions, the national chairman is from the north. The second in command is also from the north by virtue of the provision of the party's constitution. In section 45 of the party's constitution, in the event of removal or resignation of the national chairman, the national deputy chairman takes over and acts in the position of that national chairman, pending when the party is able to organize another election or do a NEC meeting to be able to take a decision as to how to rearrange the hierarchy of a party." Aniago, who featured on an Arise news program, said because the positions were elective positions, even if IU were to step down for power to come to the south, the provisions of the constitution of a party would also be offended. The spokesperson said that can only happen if you can also take a decision to remove the deputy national chairman of a party who the lot immediately falls on by provisions of the law. Even if the party is able to solve that puzzle by bringing both national chairman and deputy to south, the third person in the hierarchy of the National Working Committee of a party is the national secretary, and that is in the south, specifically Senator Samuel Anyanwu from Imo State. Now, if you decide to bring these two positions to the south, have you also made arrangements to take the national secretary to the north? Because of these legal impediments, the party examined it that, given the time that we have, which is just about 6 months to the general election, that it may likely snowball into some form of crisis that could trigger a whole lot of discomfort within the party if we proceed to begin to make these changes, that there is the tendencies that the party may be embroiled into a crisis that would be worse than the one we are seeing at the moment. That greater crisis is what the ruling APC is waiting to happen, that the leadership of the party is intelligent enough, and I'm happy that Governor Nelson Wike and other leaders appreciate the need for the party to move as a whole into the 2023 general election. He further said it was on the basis of this that the party decided to look at what was possible at the moment, and that gave room for the resignation of Senator Walid Jubril and consequent emergence of Senator Adolphus Wabara as chairman board of trustees. The emergence of Wabara in the south to join the vice presidential candidate and national secretary had created some form of balance in the interim, Aniago said. But what is most important is that there is a bigger elephant here, which is winning the 2023 general elections, because Nigerians are looking up to the PDP to rescue the nation from where we are at the moment. I am convinced that our leaders who have been craving for these changes would appreciate the fact that the party is listening, but because of time, probably when the party may have won the elections in 2023 by the grace of God, we can now proceed to make some of these alterations that may not be injurious to our quest to win the general election. As we know, after all these changes have been made, Wike has still maintained that no retreat, no surrender. Is not backing down anytime soon, unless Ayu resigns, which makes me to start wondering that does Wike have a personal vendetta with Ayu, because at this point it's looking like that, because an ordinary person would have just taken what was offered to him by PDP as it is. It's still as good as what is asking for. Yeah, they are asking for diversity in the party, and PDP has, devised means to give it to them, though it is not exactly what they're asking for. But a layman, an ordinary person who does not really have any bone to pick with her, you would just accept this. But Wike is still insisting, if you don't remove Ayu, I am not backing down. Ayu is what Wike wants. Time is going to tell if PDP are going to give him that. We don't know. But for now, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I know you enjoy what you just finished watching. Please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. I'm waiting for all your comments in the comment section.